Welcome everyone to Game Master Monday. We are here for our second season of Castaway. This year, you'll be in for Castaway the Desert. I'm Grant, your game master and handsome reality TV host. Let me tell you about tonight's stream, our charity, and your donation tier options. We are playing Castaway by Afterthought Committee, a wonderful team gracious enough to sponsor our stream. And hey, if you like the system we use here tonight, our friends at Afterthought Committee have added 50 community copies of the game to their itch page, so you can give it a gander for free tonight. Thank you to them for their support of this stream. Now, some quick content warnings. Our game is a survival game, so keep in mind that there is potential for the following: physical harm via violence, accident, illness, weather, or etc. Our characters can die. Physical deterioration due to lack of needed nutrition, including hunger and dehydration. Our game takes place in a harsh desert. Knowing deceit, including gaslighting, lying, and betraying previously established trust. Our characters will be choosing who leaves the game every week, either via vote or via death. Our cast has all met and fully consented to this game, and safety tools are in place. Next, a quick guide to how the rules of this game work. There are two things to be aware of. One, our stats. They are physical and mental fortitude. Each character has a modifier in these stats as well as a special skill in each stat. Our players will start this game with a d12, but that dice can lower as they take conditions. This can range from anything physical like injury and hunger, or mental like stress and panic. Anytime they take a condition, they will drop their die down to the next lowest one, a d12, a d10, a d8, etc. If they take 5 conditions, their character dies. But death is not the end in the desert, which you may see at some point during the series. Last note, we are raising funds for the ACLU. I don't know if you've noticed how dicey things have gotten here in the United States, but the ACLU is a nonprofit legal services team that defends our civil liberties nationwide. We encourage you to donate not just for this wonderful cause, but to also change the game. You, as donors, have the following options: $5 to enter our weekly giveaways. More on this in a bit. $10 to add +1 to a future roll for a player. $20 to give a random secret advantage to a player. $25 to heal a condition for a player. And if we hit $100 tonight, I will inflict a random condition on a random player, and I will continue to do so for every subsequent $100. When donating in the link in the top right corner here via the barcode, please be sure to include your name and which castaway you're intending to help. Anyone who donates at least $5 tonight will also be entered into a raffle to win a physical copy of the game Unresolved Sapphic Tension by a Disaster Queer, one of our very favorites here at Game Master Monday. And if you don't win tonight's raffle, you will be automatically entered into our week 6 raffle to win your very own custom dice set from this season's sponsor, Enchanted Serpent Dice. And yeah, that stacks. You can get at least, at most, I should say, 6 entries into that raffle. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's enter the desert. Before you, in a sea of sand, you see one man standing with an orange hat, sunglasses, and a very cool Western style shirt. This, of course, is Chet Cheddar, the newest host of Castaway after a brutal murder from a player who shall not be named from last season. In spite of everything that happened on Castaway the Island and warnings from the previous members of the cast, 10 new castaways have signed up for this, the second season of what has been dubbed the Death Era of Castaway, the popular reality TV show where players came to remote locations, voted each other off, and walked away with $1 million. Now, the game where all of that is still true, but the players are allowed to win by any means necessary. Why don't we meet our players? Riding in on a personal transportation vehicle safely by a member of production, we see Karis. Taz, welcome to the show. Who do we see when we see Karis? What's their deal, and how excited are they to be here?
Oh my gosh, Chet Cheddar. I am thrilled to be here. When you see me, you see a late 20s woman wearing green capris and an orange tank top. She has her hair perfectly blown out, and she's covered in the essential oils that she had to leave behind. Um, a little bit about Karis is you may know her a little bit better from her popular mommy vlog, Bottles and Boy Moms. And she's here to show everyone that moms really can do it all, and they can do it with a baby on their back.
You see two large mats of two different colors, Karis. One is a green color, the other is more tan, but not so tan that it blends in with the desert sands. The sun is high in the air. It is a hot, scorching one today. And you see Chet clasp his hands together and say, Karis, welcome to Castaway. I understand that you have a lot to prove by being out here.
You know, I just want people to know that we don't have to just sit inside. We can be out there and we can survive.
Well, you are absolutely going to be out here and you will absolutely be trying to survive. I am thrilled to see you. On a personal note, Karis, you're the first contestant I ever get to greet as the official host. So thank
Lucky
you
you.
for being here. Thank you. I do feel quite lucky. Stand on the green mat for me, would you?
Absolutely.
We pan out and we see another all-terrain vehicle speeding through the desert, that cool, sexy movie sand blowing behind it. And we see Amber. Kim, welcome to Castaway. Tell me about Amber. Who do we see? What's their deal?
Oh my goodness. You see Amber's little bandana just blowing in this movie theater-esque sand as she rides over to the front. We see a mid-20s femme woman. She's got a fun little beige, like florally shirt. And depending on whatever angle you're looking at her, you can swear that there's some sort of like flower on her. Not sure how that got there. And she just rides up to the front.
Switching out my cool guy sunglasses because you can only stare at a screen with those for so long. When we see Amber approach, you're going to see Karis standing on the green mat, and you, of course, see the host of Castaway, Chet Cheddar. And Chet's going to acknowledge you, welcome you to the show, and say, Welcome, Amber. I know I'm not the host you were expected to be seeing, but we're glad to have you here anyway.
Immediately after seeing Chet, you see her eyebrows furrow, immediate confusion, unsure who this man is. Um, Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited.
Now, I understand you were supposed to be a part of the Islands cast. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was. And then suddenly, like really somber piano music starts playing in the background. Um, I was supposed to be here on the island, but unfortunately, there was an incident with the bakery I help run, the AK bakery. We put the AK in cake, and it unfortunately burned down, and I had to help with relocation and things like that. But I'm here now, and I'm super stoked.
Well, I am glad to hear that you have some pre experience with fire. Amber, take a spot on the tan mat for me, would you?
I will. Thank you.
Another all terrain vehicle speeding through the desert as if it's being chased by people who want the Ark of the Covenant. And we see you, Keats. Abby, welcome to the show. Tell me about Keats. I believe you're muted, my friend.
Mother. Well, you
There we
see,
go.
as I stride onto the scene, host, because really, it's an honor to have me here. I am full on Nixon, peace signs, hang loose. What is up, gamer crew? Let's go! I'm ready for some Skyblock IRL, and I grab a camera and I put to my face. Make sure to like and subscribe, y'all. Keats, world famous drag king, Minecraft YouTuber, and world famous, supposed, alleged speedrun cheater for Minecraft has showed up to the scene. Man, no, big deal. I'm here.
You see two mats, two contestants, one on each mat, and you, of course, see Chet Cheddar. And Chet, again, puts his hands together and says, now I understand, Keats, that we have a not small celebrity here in our midst. Do you feel like your experience being huge online is going to help or hurt you in this competition?
Well, you know what they say, it's hard to be the king. And I think that's going to put a target on my back, but guess what? Crowns have thorns too. I'm like him. Amen.
Amen. Indeed. Welcome to the show. We're thrilled to have you. If you can stand next to Karis over there for me on the green mat, please.
Ooh, sheesh. All right, yeah, what's up, lady? Yeah.
Just like every YouTuber I know, immediately hitting on a mom. We pan out into the desert to find our next contestant. Juicy, welcome to the show. We see your character, Franz. Who do we see? What's their vibe? Juicy, you are also muted.
I am. Hello, I am Franz Babka. Yes, I am here. I've come to introduce myself to the people in the televisions. You know, yeah, so I am just here. I work in a museum. I do the art restorations, you understand? And I am just here to make friends and enjoy the desert. I thought it would be a good holiday.
This is the season of seeing who can sustain a voice the longest. When you walk up to the scene here, Franz, you of course see two mats, one green, one tan, and you see Chet. Chet welcomes you onto the show and says, Franz, welcome to Castaway, the desert. Tell me, my friend, what is someone like you doing on a show like this?
Oh yeah, you know, I just wanted to do something after the incident in Chicago. So I thought I would come here and then, you know, make a big sort of splash on the Instagrams and then have a good time.
Well, this is one of the largest stages to make a splash, though I'm afraid we're not going to have many pools for you to jump into on this show.
You know, I thought there'd be more coconuts.
Ah, a lot of people would have thought that, but alas, you're on the desert. Franz, if you can stand on the tan mat for me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the other team. Again, we go into the desert and we see our next contestant, Kendo. Welcome to Castaway. Tell me about Leo.
Leo is a broad-shouldered man and like in a green shirt that's a little too unbuttoned, and he's sitting like one leg up on the side of the truck and just like looking out on the desert, a little too cool for the scenario.
There is an energy in this cast. I tell you, I can feel it. We see you approach, seeing the two mats, two people on each one already. And you see the host of the show, Chet Cheddar, acknowledge you as you saunter into the scene and says, welcome, Leo, to the desert. Tell me, what makes you think you're the person who can win this competition?
Well, Chet. Gets a little too close, puts a hand like arm over your shoulder and pats you on the chest. I'm gonna win because there ain't no other choice.
Right, you are, Leo. And every great journey starts with the first step, and your first step is right there on the green mat.
All right. I give him a kiss on the cheek.
Chet kind of puts a hand on there. We go into the desert to find our next competitor. Kenny, tell me about Gilly.
Gilly steps out of the ATV and falls over and touches the ground and gets up and like rubs the sand, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm really here, huh?" Chet, you see this really slight dude, brown Asian dude. He's got this park ranger hat on and a plastic toy junior ranger badge on. The shirt he's wearing is like a green button-up shirt that's too big for him, hand me down or secondhand. And he kind of is just like looking around, shrinking into himself as much as he can, as he just stands there still looking around for instructions.
You see the contestants, you see Chet. Chet has a concerned look on his face. Says, Gilly, you all right there, bud?
No, Chet, I'm not okay. Am I in danger? Is this the part where I might die?
Oh, not yet, Gilly. Not quite yet. But
Oh,
trust
goodness.
me, opportunities to survive will be plentiful out here. All you have to do is believe in yourself. Can you do that for me?
I think I'll try.
I guess we'll find out. Your spot will be on the tan mat, Gilly.
Okay.
Welcome to Castaway. Excited to have you. 6 competitors in, 4 to go, and we see our next one confidently coming in on the next all-terrain vehicle. Wow, we had a huge budget this season. So many ATVs. Aman, welcome to Castaway. Who do we see when we see Sharon?
So, as you guys see, this guy just wearing a really tribal printed kurta with shades on, and as he gets off, he's just gonna come directly shake your hand. Chet, you're welcome for having me. Everyone, you're looking at a co-founder and CEO of over 750 funded startups, and somebody who's changing the landscape of technology, and with using generative, that was in the past, using decorative AI, Web 6.9, and data mythology. And those who call me a Nepo maybe do not know what they're talking about. Capitalism is equal opportunity and is equaling the playing field. And I'm here to rule this place. You're welcome for having me.
I see we already have the ethos and the mission statement presented. Well, welcome to the show. I'm excited to see how you mesh with your competition here. If you can do me a solid and stand on that green mat there for me, my friend. And we welcome the
green, indeed.
The color of money. We then welcome the penultimate member of the tan team. Mayor, welcome to Castaway. Who do we see when we see Nora?
So as the ATV approaches and the door opens, you see someone with long hair, but it's not very well kempt, and just kind of lithe. But the best way I suppose you could describe this person is very herbal goth, but has a lot of like greens, tans, different things. But she stands there and is looking around and is like, I thought there would be more trees. I was expecting trees. Oh. Think you're muted, Grant.
Not that kind of desert, I'm afraid. Welcome to Castaway, Nora. Now, I understand that you have no small amount of micro celebrityness yourself.
I'm just a person. I work out in the mountains in the Appalachia. So I figured I'd try the survival thing for more money than what I'm typically getting paid. So that's the goal.
a story we've heard many times on this show and we're well accustomed to. Welcome to the competition. You will stand here on the tan mat.
Thank you. And she will go on.
Let's meet the final members of these teams. Riding up for the green team on the second to last ATV, we see Zeke. Eli, welcome to the show. Tell me about Zeke. Who do we see?
You will see a very awkward shaped individual who is clinging to the guy that's riding them in, and just holding on, like super pressed up. And then when you finally stop, there's just like a moment where there's like, you can feel there's trembling happening, but then he's gonna get up and then awkwardly like give that person like a tap on the shoulder as a thanks. Zeke has kind of long, greasy-ish hair that he has more or less tucked in a ball cap that has like sweat stains on it. He's wearing an oversized jacket, and then like part of it zipped down, and you can see what looks like a pizzeria t-shirt underneath it. Baggy pants. He's walking towards Chet, but he's like looking everywhere else. He's like trying to like find things. I think he eventually like sees a camera like out in the distance, and he like makes eye contact with the camera before he walks up to you all. You try to shake your hand, but also like looking like beyond you and around you.
Zeke, welcome to the show. I see that this might have been your first ride on an all-terrain vehicle. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah. It was a little bumpy. You know, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Happy to be here though.
We're happy to have you. Now, Zeke, what makes you think you have what it takes to win this competition?
I have spent a lot of time researching about adaptation and survival in the desert. A lot of time at home to kind of prepare and just do the right research. Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have you. Always good to have a well-studied member of the cast. You will take the final spot on the green mat, my friend.
Oh, cool. I'll like shuffle over there. Wave at everybody.
Which brings us to our final competitor on the final ATV. We see you, Smokey. Jay, welcome to the show. Who do we see? What's your deal?
Hello, thank you so much for having me. So in the typical Survivor-esque intro, it's slow motion camera. And we are switching between those slow-mo shots, like sweat dripping down the brow, and then the like interview, like pre-game interview, like styled shot. But in this slow-mo, we see a 42-year-old man. He is a barrel-chested, massive man with long black hair that's tied in a messy top-knot man bun. He's 6'5", very tall. And as the voiceover switching between that through these slow-mo shots, we hear, "Hey y'all, my name's Smokey. Beef Supreme if y'all vibing with me. I got 3 kids, 2 smokers, and 1 goal to prove. Despite the drama from last year's RibCon National, which I have 6 champion titles from, by the way, they will never, ever take those from me. Anyways, I did not come here for the drama. I came here to prove that I'm still king of the coals. And, well, if someone's got to get grilled to make that happen, well, I'll flip them over." And then at that, the ATV pulls up, and I hop out of the car, and I think, in contrast to the trembling of Zeke, the ground trembles as I jump off the ATV. And I walk over, and I will offer my hand to shake to the host.
The chat is not okay. They are having a moment with Smokey Beef Supreme over here. You are greeted with the hand of Chet Cheddar and a nice, good, manly handshake here. And chat goes, now, Smokey, welcome to Castaway the Desert. Excited
you
to
so
have
much.
you here. I understand you're no stranger to the heat.
Oh, absolutely not. I've been grilling my whole life. My father, God bless that man, he raised us on the gospel of low and slow cooking. He cooked every meal for us over an open fire. And that is the gospel by which I live my life today. It's so nice to meet all of you. He's waving to everybody.
A pleasure to have you on the show, Smokey. You will take the final place on the tan mat.
Of course. Hello, team. And I will offer fist bumps to everybody on my team.
So, to recap the teams here for you, we have on the green side Karis, Keats, Leonard, Sharon, and Zeke. And on the tan team, we have Amber, Franz, Gilly, Nora, and Smokey. Chet Cheddar holds his hands up in the air and says, welcome everyone to the second season of Castaway's Death Era. I am your newest host, Chet Cheddar. Yeah, thank you. Feel free to applaud. It's a monumental moment in the show's history. I am the second person to ever officially host this show, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for the twists and turns and changes we've made to our program. But first things first, would you like to know your new team's names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resounding yeah from the congregation. And one yeah, one fine. On the green mat with Karis, Keith, Leonard, Sharon, and Zeke, you will be known as Team Anura. And a flag unfurls behind you, revealing the black image of a painted frog. And on the tan team, you will be known as Team Hadruris. And a banner unfurls behind you to reveal the painted image of a scorpion.
Hey, and I Smokey turns to his team and he looks at all of you and he goes, you know what they do find in the desert? That thing. You know what they don't find in the desert? And he points to the frog flag. That thing.
Yeah.
No, they're very damp.
Very,
Oh, no.
very good point.
Almost
Hey,
Gilly's gonna-
do
Gilly's
not
gonna
disrespect
stand.
the frog. Do not disrespect, because the frog can teach you so much about B2B marketing, which you can, and he just goes on.
Oh,
Nora just stands there and makes like the little like scorpion tail just.
yeah, Gilly flinches at that and then goes and stands really close to Smokey. Like, do you think there's some here right now, like by us, or
I mean,
unquestionably.
probably it's the desert, but
okay?
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I'm gonna slap you on the back. Very reassuring, like back pat. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Do not worry, team. With like a frog, we'll jump from one challenge to the next without any issues at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
in the last like
absolutely.
16-point update, we'll be able to consume the other team and produce light. Think
Yeah,
about
but
that.
good luck finding a pond or something. It's very dry.
You know what's drier? This! And I do a suck it motion at you.
What does this mean? Does anyone know what this means?
Oh, it's like the middle school field trips. Oh, it's like when they make it to the trails. Great. Good times.
I love seeing the excitement of the new casts every time. I've been silently waiting for my turn to do this, and I can't wait. My friends, this is going to be a special season of Castaway the Desert. As you all know, this is a new flavor of Castaway. In previous iterations, of course, you were always as safe as you could be. Production was always standing by, medical evacuations common. But as you know, this era is no more. You are allowed to die out here. You must survive out here, and you can win by any means necessary. Now, of course, we are not standing here telling you to go at each other. Hell, the island remained peaceful throughout, with one notable exception. But this is a new season, new people, new mindsets, and you all know what you're in for. But at its heart, this is still a competition built on challenges, camaraderie, strategy, and being the last person standing. So with that, are you all ready to immediately dive into this game? Are you ready for your first challenge?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get it.
let's start this
Let's
thing.
do this thing.
Let's do it.
Let's absolutely
Born ready.
go. If you will all turn in the theater of your mind, your characters behind you, that same path you took to ride the ATVs has now been decorated with a series of obstacles. You're going to see out of nowhere a humongous crop, a forest, mind you, of cactuses. Beyond that, you're going to see a large pit has been dug and filled with hot coals, a balancing beam hovering over it. And at the very end of that, a rudimentary style campfire with a magnifying glass, a string, and a flag attached to it. Chet Cheddar puts his hands on his hips and says, we have tweaked the Castaway Classic, the Castaway Triathlon, to be a little more deadly and a little more dangerous for you. Let me tell you what you'll be doing here as a team. This is going to be a first team to finish challenge. You want all 5 members of your team to reach the end of this triathlon. Your first challenge will be navigating yourself by yourself through the cactus maze. Be careful, they are cactuses and they can hurt you if you get a little lost. Once you've escaped that and every member of your team has cleared the maze, you will then move on to the balancing board, which I don't need to tell you is standing over some very hot coals. So you don't want to fall off on this one. Or if you do, you want to move your feet quickly, from what the people who make such things have told me. And after all of that, after you've endured the trials and tribulations, we're going to ask you to light a fire with nothing more than the hot desert sun and a magnifying glass. The first team to accomplish all 3 phases of the challenge wins immunity, is not going to our voting ceremony tonight, and we'll have a special reward for you. He pulls a large tarp off of a podium that's been hiding under it, and you're going to see hammers, nails, things that you need to build yourself a shelter.
Yeah. All right.
All right, that's what we're talking about.
I don't need to tell.
Easy. We got this, guys. We got next.
We got this, Sonora. We got this.
I need to tell you all how
Don't
important
worry,
the
I got this.
shelter is going to be out here in the desert to keep you safe from the elements, the sun, the moon, and the intense cold that happens in the desert at night. Now, players, what this means for you mechanically, welcome to the actual game, Castaway. You will all currently equipped with a D12 because you're all fit and healthy and at full strength. This is going to be a challenge where you're going to be clearing a DV for each portion of the challenge. To get through the cactus maze, that's going to be a DV of 10. To get through the balancing board, that's a DV of 11. And to start fire, that's a DV of 12. Maze is mental. The balancing board is physical, and the fire, well, that's up to you. Are you a head person or a body person? How would you go about making that fire? I leave it in your capable hands. You're going to go in introduction order. You will roll your dice against each other. If you lose, you go to the back of the line. If you win, you advance. Once your full team has advanced, you can start on the next portion of the challenge. Does that all make sense? Beautiful. Well, then, in the spirit of Castaway and in the catchphrase I coined last season, I'm going to invite Karis and Amber up to the maze first. With your D12s in hand, your objective is to get through the cactus maze. Just a word to the wise, don't fail your rolls by more than 4, or something bad might happen.
Hey, Chet, I have a totally out of character question. For
What
some
up?
reason, I'm still talking in my accent because the southern accent just kind of sticks to me.
Stays with you.
Anyway, so you roll a D12 and you add your stat that we rolled?
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
I see. Okay, cool.
If I tell
So
you
if you have a
physical, it'll be
4
your whatever numbers in your D12 plus the physical number.
plus the 4. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Cool.
You've got it. It's a pretty simple system, and I bend the hell out of it. All right, Karis and Amber, you are up. I'm going to Chet Cheddar raises his hands up in the air and says, on your marks, get set, roll. You two are looking to clear a DV of 10 to get through the maze.
16.
That's good for Amber.
Let's go, Amber.
15.
And good for Karis. It's a little bit easy in the beginning of the game, but it will get harder. Keats and Franz, you're up next.
Yeah, what would you like me to do?
You got to get through that cactus maze, and you got to do it quickly.
Well, I would love to do that. I think that it takes great agility and forward thinking. I would like to use a mental fortitude roll if that is okay.
That's exactly what I want you to do. So both of you roll mental to see if you can get through this maze.
Fortunately
That-
for you, you're dealing with the speedrun king here. Guess what? 12, bitch!
Well, that's fine because I rolled an 11. Do we add the mental fortitude, making that a 16?
Guess what? I
Perfect.
got a 6 in there, so that's like 20 something, I think. I don't really do math. I just look at the numbers.
That's
on
not
the
how the math
dashboard.
works, I think. I think that's wrong.
Whatever it is,
I
it's higher
think
than
you're
10.
wrong.
Flawless entries through the maze so far. Let's see if we can keep it up with Leonard and Gilly.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
All right.
I believe in you, son.
Okay. Gilly got a 10.
Just
Plus-
makes it.
Leo got an 8.
Total?
Yes.
Okay. Gilly, you just escaped from the cactus maze. Leo, you're still in there. You can't figure out your way around there. So you're still up to try and get out of this maze. They can't go until you get your way out, which brings us to Sharon on the Anura team. Both of you roll mental again.
I turn to Leo. I got this, little bro.
No,
Run
just
past
let
you in the
me.
maze.
No, no, I got this.
I rolled a 7.
Not great. Leo?
Oh, I got a 10. Sorry.
Leo
6 was
makes it, leaving Sharon behind. The little bro passes Sharon on the way out. Didn't fail by more than 4, though, so you're still just lost in there, bud. Which brings me to Nora. You can now roll against Sharon.
All right. She quickly braids her hair back just so it doesn't get caught on a cactus. That is a 7 plus 4, which is 11.
Just makes it.
Cactuses are like trees, right?
In a way. Sharon, what'd you get?
I got a 7.
Another 7. Sharon
No,
cannot
no. Oh, sorry.
navigate.
Wait. Sorry. I forgot to. So I'm rolling for mental again.
Yes, it'll be your mental.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to. I had to roll again. Okay, this is a 12.
It's okay, man. Just count like it's a crafting table. You got this, dude.
You got this.
Nora and Sharon escape the maze together. We are still all tied up. Zeke and Smokey, you are up.
Come on, Zeke.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's gonna be a 15.
Makes it out.
I rolled not good. I got a 7
Total. Okay.
total.
You are still in the maze, Smokey, which means Team Anura, you're completely out and you can start working on the balancing board. And it's going to be in the same order you escaped. So, Smokey, you are still rolling mental to get out of the maze. Karis, you are up to cross the balancing beam. Karis rolling physical. I want an 11 or higher.
I balance 3 rambunctious boys every day. I think I've got this beam.
Besides, they're not really using any fire down there. You'll be okay.
You'll be good. You'll be good.
13.
Just makes it. And Smokey, are you still in the maze?
Should I roll again?
Yes, you should. Mental for me.
That's a 12.
Now you're out of there. So you're going to get out of there right as Karis crosses the board. Hadurus team, you are now able to start participating on the board. I need Keats for Anura. I need Amber for Hadurus.
Got it.
I gotta press that
Physical,
elf over
physical
there.
rolls.
I can
We're
do
looking
this.
for 11 or higher.
11 exactly.
Let's go.
15.
Amber and Keats both cross the Bed of coals, no problem whatsoever. That's gonna go down to Leo versus Franz.
Hey, Garrus, I know you said you have 3 rambunctious boys. How about 4 of that? And I'm going to backflip over the board.
Ooh, that's a 12.
Makes it.
Oh, it's too high. It's too hot. I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10, so you're not able to get past it, but you don't get burned on your little feetsies.
I.
All right. Franz, you have to start over, and now you're rolling against Sharon
Oh, and I go for 11 again.
for 11 on your physical.
Just got it. Yeah.
This is just like the webinar I attended. Nothing different. Nothing different.
Come on, get over here. You got this.
Your bitcoins are not going to help you.
I got a 10.
Doesn't quite make it. Slips off, does not take a condition, but you are not
It's
able
not like
to
the webinar I
cross.
attended.
Buying some time for Gilly to maybe tie this up. Sharon versus Gilly.
Oh no, the pressure's on.
Woo, Gilly!
Ron, what's a Bitcoin? I've never heard of a Bitcoin.
Grant,
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I heard my name.
Come on, Gilly.
Grant, is this an appropriate time to use a skill?
If you have one you think applies, yeah.
I have a skill, stunt person lineage, that I would like to use here.
Yeah. Just you could add
Okay.
2 to that roll then.
Great. It's exactly a 12. As you see, Gilly, surprisingly agile, just tiptoe across the board. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
What role did I get?
For physical, whatever that stat is,
Oh.
plus whatever you just rolled, looking for
Oh.
11.
Okay. All right. I got an 11. I say, it's actually not Bitcoin, it's Bitcoin. And I...
That's what I'm talking about!
No, Keats, don't. No,
And I
don't.
run away.
A lot of toxic dudes in this cast. And speaking of, that brings me to Zeke and Nora.
Oh no! I rolled a 4.
Oh no!
What's your physical?
Huh?
What's your physical stat?
My physical's a 3.
That's a total of 7?
No. It's a total of 4.
Oh,
I rolled
I
a-
misunderstood entirely, Zeke.
I rolled
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
What'd you get, Nora?
Okay, I got an 11.
Nora
I got
goes
5.
through. Zeke, when you fall off the balance beam, your feet making contact with the hot coals, they burn and scorch through your shoes. You feel burns on the bottoms of your feet. You take an injured condition. You are down to a D10.
Guys, I think this is real.
Get your shit together, Zeke.
I love him. God help me. Which brings me to Smokey.
Yeah,
Zeke and
that's-
Smokey, you're now rolling against each other. Whoever gets this one gets to move on to the fire making challenge.
It's all the
I
extra
think
grease
like
that got him.
low under Smokey's breath, he mutters like, but the mic picks it up, and it's so soft that it's like there's captions on the screen, you know, because the contestants is so quiet. And he says, "Oh my, you play with fire, you best be burned." Ooh, that's much better.
I love this show.
That is a 16.
Smokey goes through your dojo, your home turf.
Yeah, you see Smokey, who's very, very tall, surprisingly agile over this beam. He does like a side step, like side shuffle all the way down the beam, and like by the mid to end of it, he's doing like a little dance with his hands like this.
Let's go.
Zeke, we're getting cooked. Zeke, we're getting cooked, man. This can't happen to us.
Come on, Zeke.
I I rolled an 11.
Zeke has figured out the puzzle this time. We are all tied up at the fire making portion. So we're looking for a DV of 12. You may roll whatever stat that makes sense for your character, physical or mental. I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want here. So that brings us to Karis and Amber.
Yippee! I would like to roll a mental, please.
You can do mental.
Are we all making individual campfires, or are we all working together to build one campfire?
Individual ones
I see.
is how I'm now picturing it in my head. 10 things
I-
lined up.
I have
Definitely fire
a
hazard.
bonus in crafting. Do you think that's applicable here?
Sure.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
You'll see I get pretty generous if it makes even a little bit of sense with these kind of special rules.
15.
17.
2
Whoa.
checks. We see a flag for Anura and a flag for Hadruris fly up as Amber and Karis continue to fly through these challenges. No problem. Keats and Franz are now up, magnifying glasses in hand.
Okay, game
Yeah.
dude, I'm gonna pull out my advantage here. This is just like Minecraft. I've got his bonus in crafting, so I'm gonna apply that.
Hey, I already said it counts.
I have a skill in art restoration. Could I use that?
You're restoring the flames.
This requires a
Restoring
fine
the
touch and
flames.
and a steady hand. Yeah.
It is the oldest human art. I'll give
Gotta
him
get
that.
really close.
It's a steady
Ah,
hand
good.
for sure.
Why
Good.
not?
With that bonus, I have a 7 plus an 8, which gives me a 15.
That's
Good
funny,
for
man, because I
yours.
got a 16. I know what I'm doing. I'm putting it like I'm drawing out in the sand, crafting table outline, putting the
Yes,
sketch
but
together.
yours is desperately crude and mine is beautiful.
We are cooking. That brings us to Leo and Gilly.
I have skill in campfire.
I mean, what else could it be for?
that work? Yeah, that's a, you. Leo puts together the most like Boy Scout looking like fire, like it does like the like box hotel with the kindling in the middle of it.
Oh my god, this guy
I'm
knows
gonna-
what he's doing.
I'm gonna use mental for this, so +2. I'll have +6. Ooh, and that's a 6 plus 6, 12.
Just makes it.
Oh,
Plus your other
let's
2 for this. Yeah, you just make it.
Yeah, let's go.
Gilly has a skill called Caution is Key, which as a mental stat, which he's going to use here to
Everyone's
very carefully.
learning
Am
the
I allowed to
game
do
inside
this?
the
Am I allowed
game.
to start a fire?
Yeah, we're telling you to.
All right. Oh, okay, great. That's a 17.
All tied up still as Sharon and Nora come up to the plate. And before you do so, I have an exciting announcement, gang. We've already hit our first $100 donation goal.
Wow.
Thank you, donors. That means we get to consult with the shadowy producers behind me to see who's getting hurt. And I've been informed that it is Amber. So despite flying through this challenge, something starts not settling right with you, Amber. Maybe it's the hot summer sun, the stress of competition, the fact that you should have been here last year in this environment so much more mean. That's not Chet Provolone. Chet Provolone's dead. Something happens to you. You take a stress condition, you're down to a D10.
So
There is
I'm
no
going to,
stress condition.
It's kind of like an other.
Other, I see.
You know, you play it kind of fast and loose with the conditions here. Let's bring you back to
So,
Sharon and Nora. What did we roll for the campfire?
You go ahead.
So Sharon is going to use a mental skill called Grifting 101. And
Go on.
and because he sees his dear friend and his esteemed teammate and designated little bro Leo create such a wonderful campfire, he is going to walk over in a lecture style like, now this is what we're looking for in team building exercises where one of us help each other, and I'm just trying to gather everyone's attentions to my face and not my hands as I take a bit of his fire and apply it to mine. And so that's a +6 to my roll.
I did say by any means necessary, I guess. Stealing fire. Like from the gods of Olympus.
And guess what? I rolled a 1.
Let's go. So that puts you at a 7 total.
Yes.
That's 4 under what I'm looking for. So Sharon, while you're doing this, you put your hand in the fire, much like seeing fire from the gods of Olympus. And as you're trying to get everyone's attention, it slips. You feel your hand burn. You take an injured condition. You're down to a D10.
And that's why we say when we talk about team building and
Nora ended up getting to her campfire and almost looks like doing paperwork because her day-to-day is doing this and walking folks through Appalachia. And here's how you survive this. Here's how you start a fire. Make sure you find this. And she just looks kind of glances to the side at the screaming and the burning. And she rolled a 15. So
you can go through. Sharon, you are still trying to make fire, and Smokey is now coming up to potentially win this challenge for their team.
Let's go, Smokey.
Let's go. So we see Smokey sit down at this fire making station, and I too have a skill in fire. quite literally, this is exactly what I do.
just fire.
Just fire.
Just fire.
That was. I'm gonna do a little speech thing first, and then I'll tell you what I rolled. So we see Smokey sit down, and he starts building like the perfect little cone shape with all of the branches, and as he's doing this, he's talking, and he says, "A little lesson for all you youngsters out here. Where I come from, we don't rush greatness. We marinate. We let it smoke. We wait. We're patient. I'm here to show my kids, my 3 angels, God, I love them, Cam, Kayla, and baby back Brian. Oh, I love you all so much. I'm here to show you 3 that even if you're not winning, you just take every day, step by step." And I'm like angling the little like mirror to get the things to catch. You just take it step by step. You wait. You have that patience. And for all of you, if you've never watched a man slow cook a whole entire hog through the night in order to win a competition, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. And as I say that, the flames catch and I get my fire going because I rolled a 20.
Let's go. The perfect number in Castaway.
Perfect number. And as it like illuminates my face, I just lean back very nonchalantly. And I have a very self-assured grin on my face because I know I'm a damn good fire builder. And I'll walk over to my team, and I got my little like scorpion hand, and we can like, I don't know, kiss. What is this?
Yeah, I guess
We
yeah,
can make the tails kiss.
Make the tails kiss.
I think that
Yeah.
Shade sound
Hashtag
plays, you
it.
know, the one in every reality TV show, like just as I'm going, that's so unfair, man. Look, he's dripping in testosterone. He probably like just sweated on it. Like that's you know what I mean, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm like, no. He's just he's playing it up. He's trying to seem so cool, and like we all see like right through it. Like it's just total
You
bullshit.
get me, dude. Exactly.
Yeah, like no,
Oh my
it's
God,
total
we
bullshit. It's total bullshit.
And as you guys are shit talking me, by the way, Smokey will look over at Leo. And I'll give you like a little like nod. You know how guys do that? Like they go like this. He'll give you the nod and he'll say, "You had a mighty fine fire there, son."
Coming for you, that means a lot. Fucking this dude's fucking so stupid.
Like, Jesus Christ.
My God,
Yeah, look at
Chet Cheddar puts his hands in the air and says, "I've been waiting my whole career to do this." Team Hadruris wins immunity and reward.
Das ist ja gut.
So, Team Hadruris, you will not be going to the voting ceremony tonight. Your team will remain intact. You are now the proud recipients of a collection of shelter supplies, things to help you build something to survive at camp. For what this means for all of you, anytime you are working on building your shelter when you go to your camp scene, you can roll +2 on all your shelter rolls while you're building it. As for Team Anura, no reward for you, and you will be heading to a voting ceremony where one of you will be eliminated from Castaway, the desert. So for you, our players, and maybe you're new to our show here, what this means is we're going to say a little bit of a goodbye to our winning team while they get to go strategize behind everyone's backs, get a little bit of extra time to think about things off camera. You all are welcome to use your brand new Team Hadruis chat in the Discord. You can DM each other in character and include me in those direct messages so I know what's going on, and you'll get a whole scene just to go hang out and lick your wounds for a moment. We will see you after we have some quality time with the losing team. So wave to the camera, Team Hadruis. You get a little bit of a break. Which will bring me to my frogs. Hello, Team Anura. You are led to your campsite, which as it stands right now ain't much to look at. You see a lot of cactus off in the distance. You see some sagebrush blowing through. You see a circle of rocks around a campfire that has not been lit. And you, of course, see the hot sun in the sky. This will be your campsite where you will be expected to survive. And to survive, you need to make sure you do a few things. Got to make sure you eat every day or you'll get hungry. Got to find a reliable source of hydration. And you've got to make sure you build a shelter. It's a desert out there. On your camp part of the adventure, you will get 3 options on your character's turn. You can survive, which of course means you can go look for those things that you need to prevent conditions, or if you have a condition, you can try and heal one. You can look for secrets. This is Castaway after all. We've hidden little gems here and there to help you win this competition, including the coveted immunity skull. Anyone who finds an immunity skull, if they play it at a voting ceremony, will have all votes against them nullified. After it's played, the skull will vanish from the game. Or maybe you're the type who wants to build relationships out here. You don't care about that other stuff. It's all about the strategy, baby. In that case, you can talk to up to 2 members of your team in private. We are going to start by having you all roll your current die, no modifiers. Just tell me what number you get. This will determine our turn order here on the Frog team, on Team Anura.
7
So
for me.
this is the die with the condition.
With the condition. So you'll roll your D10. What'd you get there, Abby?
6, bro. I did not do
6.
great.
7 for Zeke. Thank you,
6.
Eli. 10 for Leo.
6.
6 for Sharon. And Karis has 8. Beautiful. Leo, you will get to go first. And I'm even going to give you the high honor of giving us the first ever confessional cam of Castaway, the desert. So we're going to shift over here real quickly. Watch as the movie magic happens on your Twitch screen. Leo, you are fresh from a challenge you just lost. The beginning of the game is already afoot, and now you have to figure out who you're going to send home. The producers are asking you to walk through your thought process as you head to the first of the voting ceremonies.
When I saw my team, I thought that, this is going to be super easy, right? Like there's some very obvious, like real players here. And then there are the ones, that are going to probably drag us down. But after that last challenge, I'm starting to think that someone who was kind of on my list as like maybe a later target might be moving up in that list. That last challenge, Sharon kind of slipped up.
And of course, everything shared on the confessional camera is between you, the producers, and God. You other Anura players are not privy to those thoughts. Which brings me to your camp scene, Leo. You have, of course, the options of surviving, looking for secrets, and socializing. Should you choose surviving or secrets, you can bring one other person with you and have a brief chat while you do your chores.
I think starting off, yes, Violetta. I'm going to focus on doing my chores. We need a fire. And if I get on that quick and I'm able to do that, that's going to be a big plus for my standing within the group. So I'm going to go for the fire.
An excellent idea. A fire, the building block of any good camp. Would you like to bring anyone with you on that?
I think I'm going to bring Zeke with me.
An excellent choice. Zeke, would you like to go help Leo make a fire? Leo, the scene is yours. What would you have to talk about with Zeke before I have your role for fire making and log hunting?
Yeah, I think as I go to grab Zeke and I go, yo, you wanna join me real quick? I'm gonna try to set up like a fire, to make sure that we stay warm throughout the night. That's, I feel like, first thing, right? Yeah.
How, like, easily the temperature drops the moment the sun sets. So that's a good
Yeah. I knew we'd be on the same page.
Yeah. All right.
How you feeling after that last challenge?
Oh man, my shoes are just like torn to shreds.
I was actually, hold on, and I take off my shoes and I give them to you.
Oh, dude, what about? Are you sure?
No. Yeah, no. Your feet burned. Give them back after. We need to wrap that up, get it healed. Post that. We'll talk about getting me your shoes back, I guess.
Oh, dude, that's so nice of you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's no. I live in a rocky area, so I'm used to walking around, barefoot. So it's not a big deal.
Oh, cool. So you're used to being outdoors and stuff like that. You're not the kind of guy.
Yeah. I used to. I lots of survivalist training. I used to go to this all boys summer camp when I was a kid, and just love being outdoors. I love this kind of thing is my jam.
Okay. Yeah. That's that's really cool. Yeah. I mean, I spent a little bit too much time indoors, but yeah, it's fine.
We all got our places we thrive.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, you seem to be really situated and stuff like that. I could see you leading this group to success eventually.
No, I don't think I should be the leader. I don't think I should be. I'm getting a good sense about Keats. I think he's got the energy, to keep morale up,
Well, there's also Karis though.
Yeah. People love Karis. She's nice. She's wonderful. I mean, she made it through every single challenge, no problem. So I think she's a strong player.
Which brings me to the objective at hand. We are looking to survive after all. So, Leo, are we making a fire or are we looking for things to make a fire?
We're probably looking for things. So we're looking for any dried bushwood, things of that nature, so that we can actually have fuel for the fire, I imagine.
Perfect. That will be a mental roll to find firewood.
Okay. Does my campfire skill come into hand?
Yeah, I saw that applies. And okay, Zeke, you can also roll physical to help look.
That is a 9 for campfire. Mental.
Okay. And Zeke?
So I can roll for...
You're going to roll physical. We're looking for campfire material. And just keep that DM I sent you in mind when you roll this.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna cash one of those in. Beautiful, so much better. I rolled 13.
13.
I also have a +1 if it matters, so I can make that 9 a 10.
That would matter. It would help, but I'll tell you to save it because Zeke
Okay.
rolled so well. So Zeke will
Okay,
be able to
cool,
help you
cool,
out
cool.
here.
Cool.
But yes, for the record, you can use any of those +1s from our donors at any time for any roll, and they do stack.
Got it.
Your +1s are being tracked by our wonderful producers, Gian and Sylvia, in the Discord for you. So you should always have access to them. Now, Zeke, when you said you were going to use an advantage on that roll, which one did you use?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so that's off the board now. You successfully find firewood material that you can bring back to your camp. At the very least, you will have fire tonight.
Oh, I found it. This one.
Let's go, Zeke. And I do the bro hug.
Oh yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
and dry. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
let's
great
go.
firewood. Hell yeah.
And that'll bring us to the next turn. Karis, you are up next in the order, and we're going to bring you to the confessional camera here for a brief moment. Karis, you seem to have no problems in those last challenges. Didn't miss a single thing, really out here showing what moms can do. What are your thoughts as you are heading into a night where you know you're going to be voting someone off?
You know, it's hard, but I have a very strong team behind me. They're all very sweet boys. I think any of us would do great as the survivor. If I'm the one who goes home tonight, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, but I think my team can handle it. Am I a little bit upset that Sharon couldn't make a fire and burned himself? Sure. But not everybody has a mom who teaches you how to do those things.
I've seen this character on Survivor. I know this person. Karis, we bring you back to camp. Your options, of course, are survive, socialize, and look for secrets. What is most important to you right now?
If there's one thing a mom is great at, it's building a fort. Come on. So I'm gonna find Keats and see if they would like to build a shelter with me.
Oh my god, whatever you say, little mama. I was hoping you'd come find me after all that. You were pretty good at that challenge.
Yeah. You said you wanted to be one of my boys, so I'm bringing you in.
Oh, well. Oh, gee. He starts hyperventilating a bit. Like, yeah, whatever you say. So, like, I'm thinking mud fort. Because, like, mud's cool and stuff. And also, I built a ton of dirt houses in Minecraft. It's part of, like, my whole survival series. Your kids might watch it, actually.
Love the building aspect of Minecraft, thinking more along the lines of, like, long poles, wooden sticks, holding them up with some rocks.
Yeah, rock, stone, wood. Yeah, that means our fort won't be able to get griefed either. Because, like, I'm thinking we should go and, like, sabotage the other people's fort. Because, like, they got that really luscious man on their team. But, like, advantages where you can get them.
I'm going to think about the other team when I get there. But right now, we need to make sure that we've got protection from the sun, protection from the wind, and from the cold at night. I think Leo and Zeke really helped us out by building a great fire. So let's do them a solid.
Let's do it.
And so we do it. So we're looking for things that'll help us build a hut, a shelter that'll keep us safe. Go ahead and roll physical if you have an advantage in shelter or crafting. In your two cases, you can go ahead and add that. I am looking for a DV of 10 or higher.
I got 13.
Cool.
No. I didn't add my modifier. I only added the 2 for crafting. Wait, 11 plus 4 plus 2. 17.
15 for me?
Cool. There's a lot of things happening on my Menity producer monitors here. So you both successfully are able to find supplies you need to build shelter, and so help me, you build a pretty decent one. If people are around in camp watching you do this, they are seeing you make this out of rudimentary materials that you can find out in the desert. Karis, describe your shelter to me.
Yeah, I guess we found like bamboo style wood, and I set it up making sure it faces where the sun would be at the hottest point of the day, and then I stacked rocks all around it to make sure that it doesn't budge. And Keats really helped out.
Look, she just like, I imagine this is a camera cut later, probably cut from like some point of editing. Whatever she tells me to do, man, I just listen. Like, I don't know, like kind of reminds me like how I didn't get hugged enough as a child, or like how my mom was, not at home a lot.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know. I should
Do
probably
you
talk to
need
my
a
therapist
hug?
about that. Oh my god, I imagine this like as I'm carrying one, he's just like, yeah.
Come here.
I just,
Good job, Keats.
I love those wholesome mother-son relationships. What can I say? Which brings me to you, Zeke. You are up, and we're going to bring you onto the confessional cam very quickly here. Zeke, same thing for you. You're coming off of a loss with your team. You had a brief moment to chat with Leo. Thoughts and feelings heading into your vote this evening?
Oh man. I mean, I could have done a little bit better, not gonna lie. The Fallen in the Pit was really interesting. They really did use real coals. But Leo's really nice. He gave me his shoes and stuff like that. I think he's trying to make some really good friends. So I don't know. Everybody seems really nice out there. I mean, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but I was at the back of the pack, so like, it really was on the guys in the middle to like get stuff done, and I don't know, at the end there with the fire, with the just going over and just stealing Leo's fire and just throwing it on there, that was just like, I like a risky move if it like pays off, but it didn't really pay off. And if that's going to keep happening, we're going to keep finding ourselves here. And I don't know. I really don't want that. So yeah.
There seems to be a consensus among some members of this team, which brings me to a special announcement, everybody. We've hit $200 donated to the ACLU here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity. And now for us to piss off one person. The Shadowy producers have informed me that Leo has taken a condition. So you are now down to a D10, my friend. This hot summer heat is just not agreeing. The shelter has been built. You've been making the fire, but you are going to take one condition while working on said things. Which goes back to Zeke. So you have, of course, the options to survive, look for secrets, and socialize. Or you can do what Kendo did and boo me just now. It's not my fault. It's for charity.
I think, we got our fire taken care of and our shelter, but I think we really need some water. It's just to make sure that we stay hydrated. People are looking a little smoky and rough. So
Sweating a little, crying a little, not mommy issues at all.
not mommy,
Extra
no,
moisture because I'm a man.
yeah. So I'm gonna look for water, and if I could take Sharon with me, I would love to.
Would you accompany Sharon?
Hey man, do you think you could come help me get like water? I'm not like the strongest guy, so I need like an extra hand. You think you can help me?
Oh yeah.
Elliot,
I love Castaway, man.
come on.
Zeke, how would you like to look for water? What are you looking for while you're out here?
I mean, I think worst case scenario, we're gonna get like cactus juice. But I'd love to see if there's any signs of like maybe something we could dig for water, or
Sure.
a tree or something that we could like see where its roots lead. That kind of stuff.
Perfect. I'm going to just set a few DVs here on my side. Have a brief chat with Sharon while you go water rotting.
Hey man, good job on the challenges and stuff like that. You got over that board like super
Yeah.
easily.
You know, it happens when the whole world is watching you and is relying on you. Sometimes you fall, but then you have to go right back up and head on to the next the next task. As I just look at the sweat on my biceps and I just I need some hydration.
Totally.
But
Yeah.
enough about that. Yeah, I mean, like, hey, this is just recycling, and we got to take care of our body like we take care of the world, and we got to conserve everything that we can. Just hoard everything that we have for ourselves because the world is ruthless. Zeke,
Yeah.
the world is ruthless.
No, I totally get that, man. I mean, you obviously seem to be like a man of the world, and that's right on, dude. I mean, I'm just like an IT guy, I just work for a couple of like investment banking kind of situations to kind of just make sure that all those I's and T's are like situated. I can make sure that like money can like almost disappear sometimes, like a magician, things like that,
Hey, we need all the little guys as well.
Yeah.
Not everyone has to be a CEO, a co-founder, an angel investor, or lead a massive team of B2B consultants. We need the little guys too, and you guys make the world go round.
Yeah, exactly. Make the world go around. You guys rub the elbows and make the money. I help, distribute that all over evenly.
Yeah, it's stuff everywhere. It's stuff at the top. It's stuff at the bottom. Everything's stuff. I mean, that's the beauty of this economic system.
Hell yeah.
All of us are struggling in this together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
make it. Great. We'll be a
talking
good
about
team
stru-
now. Yeah.
Which will bring me to
so,
water time.
Yeah, if I could rely on you two, I think you have the best vision, and I think you will be able to really find out where the water is. I'm relying more on my own body to hydrate myself, but I think you will be great at finding it. So, whenever you find it, just give me a shout. I will walk over. I will help you, and I'm going to just go on this way.
Sharon, are you proposing to avoid dehydration tonight, but you're drinking your own sweat?
No, Grant.
Did I hear that correctly? Or are you just willing yourself to not dehydrate? Because those are two very different scenarios.
No, I'm just being an asshole.
Just checking, because I would have made you roll for it. Okay, so Zeke, you're gonna make me a finding mental roll to see if you can find a reliable water source. The better you do, the better the source.
Okay. I believe in myself. And we're adding the mental stat to that?
Mental stat, yes.
Hell yeah. 16.
16. You, against all odds, have found a pretty decently sized bed of water here. It looks like there may have been a coagulation of water, maybe from a recent rainstorm, but it is in a puddle. It is potable. You have found water. You and Sharon can avoid dehydration tonight, and if you choose to share that with the camp, they can too.
Hell yeah. I'm absolutely going to share with the camp. Sharon, we found water,
Hey.
dude. Come over here.
Yeah, I told you, when both of us work together, we can make great things happen.
Hey man,
Yeah,
you
just like
you
team effort
managed this
everywhere.
expedition, man. You did it. Like you can tell everybody that.
No, it was us. It was you, Z.
Hell yeah.
was
Right
you.
on. All right. Let me get that water.
Perfect. So you all avoid dehydration this evening, which will bring me to Keats. And we'll bring Keats over to the confession cam. Same thing for you here, my friend. On the losing side of a challenge, having made a connection with Karis, cheering on other members of your team, you did pretty well for yourself. Thoughts and feelings heading into the first vote?
So I'm leaning, my little tapered fade, coming to the camera. We're live? Yeah, all right. Anyway, chat, so, not gonna lie, I'm usually a lone wolf, as they say. I'm an alpha. I'm built different. I prefer being the hunted in the Manhunter challenges, but I gotta say, being on the side of the hunters, because this is what this team is. We're a bunch of predators, apex predators. I think we got this, but the thing is, we gotta blood ourselves. We gotta blood ourselves early. And I think that means we have to incite some kind of violence. And right now, I'm seeing some pretty delicious slabs of beef across the board, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't, and I don't care to. Let's bring you back to camp. So, Keats, you of course have the options of survive, look for secrets, and socialize. What's your flavor, bruh?
Keats is socializing because he doesn't know how to shut his mouth. He's a white man who's 23 years old, never been to college, has 5 million subscribers on YouTube. He cannot physically shut up.
This is
So he's at the top
appropriation,
of
and I will
this-
sue. Thank you.
I'm gonna be at the top of like our hut decorating it. I'm like, all right, y'all, what's a really big, impactful piece to you guys? For me personally, it was the Joker. You know, I saw it fresh out of high school, and I think that really identified who I am. So I'm gonna be putting a mural of the Joker on the side here. Check this out. I think that's gonna inspire us to our inner madness, you know?
So, Keats, for your socializing time, that means you get a little bit more time than usual to just talk game. No rolls are made during socialize. So you're not looking for stuff. You're not doing anything. You're just yapping it up with up to two other members of the team. So who would you invite for a private session?
Who wants to come join me by this tent and make some art, baby?
One more time. I think it cut out for me.
Who wants to come join me by this tent and make some art, baby?
Oh, you're doing
That's-
open invite. Okay, so
I love
sure.
your
Then.
creativity, Keats.
Oh my
I'd love
god.
to make art with
go.
you.
I'll go.
I heard Karis and Zeke first. So Karis and Zeke can hang out with Keats.
Oh my god, it's the bringer of water himself. How you doing, man? I gotta say, this is gonna look great on my abs. And by abs, skinny white boy body. He eats 1 burrito a day. Alright, so I'm
So
thinking,
so you said you like the Joker, huh?
yeah, like that's why I painted the mural. I'll be like, it's done with berry juice and mud on the side. Just, I think that he's gonna really bring like that madness we need this group. Like we need
madness.
We do, because after all, nobody can tell what a crazy man's about to do next, and that's why I dropped out of college.
Good for you, Keats.
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
Oh wow, that is bringing so many feelings to the surface.
Have you always been like an artist? Like, what do you do now?
I'm like I mean, obviously you heard of me. Like I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I've got merch in Target and stuff like that. I think I selling stuff at Walmart. Yeah, I also hold the world record for Minecraft speedrun, which people say I cheated at, but like, trust me, I didn't. Like people say, oh, you modded your server, but the thing is, I paid this Harvard professor, and she said it is mathematically unlikely but possible that I did not cheat, and that really is all you need to know. I am unlikely.
I trust you.
Yeah. Right on.
You know, you remind me a lot of my talent agent, Zeke. You're like always like thinking about things. I don't do that. I really appreciate that about you. So, like, what else should we put you? Because, like, obviously we got the Joker, but like, we need something else to inspire the team. What are going to be our totems, our symbols that call us into our truest selves?
Well, should we like embody the frog that we're trying to be in this group?
Oh
Yes.
my god, it's Frog and Joker.
That's
the
brilliant.
Croaker. That'll be who we are.
Yeah.
You're a genius, both of you. You're geniuses, like especially you. All right, let's do this. Let's paint the Croaker.
God, I love the show. Beautiful. Karis, Zeke, any other things you'd like to say to Keats before your social time ends and people start wondering where you are?
I think I'm just at some point just gonna be like, so how'd you think today went? Just wondering how you guys felt about it.
You know, it could have gone better. Like, I gotta be real. Like, probably the views were super low during that segment. Not gonna lie, I would have gotten up and peed during it, but like, I think we did okay. You know, we're all here.
Yeah. We just Totally.
I think we all really showed what we can and can't do.
Yeah, I can't balance on a beam to save my life, but I'll make sure to not do that next time.
But you found us water.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like you got to try to make it up. Just be as balanced as possible. Team player is really important at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
All right. That will bring us over to Sharon, the last person to have their turn here, and we're gonna bring you onto the confessional cam here, pal. Sharon, a lot of things didn't quite go right in that challenge. Of course, we're on the losing side, but you have a can-do attitude, it seems like. Where is Sharon's head and heart at as they try to acclimate to this team, as they go into a vote? Any conversations you've had with anyone you want to bring to light? The camera is yours.
I knew this was going to happen. Daddy told me that the world is going to be against me because I mean, people are always against the innovators, the forward thinkers. They're always against it. They can see my vision, and they're all of them against it. All of them are hot, but all of them are against me. God, I think they're plotting something. I think they're plotting something massive. I'm here to bring something to life to this world by getting investors interested in what I have to say about the social media landscape and Web 6.9, the next innovative thing to happen to the internet, which will even take Castaway to next heights. And these guys want to boot me off. They want to kill me. I know they want to kill me. But I'm not just 2 steps ahead, my friend. I'm 10,000 steps ahead because I'm a CEO.
10,000 steps ahead of the competition. We shall see. All right, Sharon, the floor is yours for secrets, socializing, or surviving. What would you like to do, my friend?
Secrets.
Looking for secrets, things that can give you an advantage in this game. You are, of course, allowed to invite one person to come with you if you want, but you don't have to.
I'm not going to.
I'm
a lone wolf. I'm an alpha wolf.
Attaboy. That's what
I can do this alone.
So we're looking for secrets in the desert, something out there that can give you something to get ahead in this game, achieve that 10,000 steps ahead we're looking for. So to do this will be a mental roll. There are layers to looking for secrets. The higher you do, the better the secret you can find. And if you have any particular skill that you think helps you in looking for stuff, well, I'll hear you out.
And I don't think it's going to directly affect the search, so I'm not going to use it. This is going to be mental, right?
This is a mental roll.
It doesn't matter if it's going to be mental. I can make it work.
It's a 9.
A 9 on the mental roll. We're looking for secrets. So you are out there in the desert by yourself, alone with your thoughts. Time passes, much time passes, and Sharon, you don't find anything. Nothing you overturn reveals
Grant,
anything.
will this be count?
Will
this count as a failure?
This would be a technical failure, yes. Are you suggesting something, Aman?
I am.
Would you like to roll with advantage, thanks to a special donor who gave you something?
Not just any advantage. Okay. And I'll be adding my mental.
You will still be adding your
to that,
mental.
right?
So, hello, donors. If you donate a certain amount of money here, I believe it's $20, you can give your favorite castaway a secret advantage. Sharon is currently cashing in the opportunity to roll with advantage by using a D20.
Never mind. It's
What'd you get?
a total of 6.
Oof. Well, I did say advantage, so highest number counts. I won't punish you, but you still find nothing out in the desert and return to camp empty-handed. If you wish to say anything to anyone at camp, now is your time to do so.
I just would like to say that, first of all, thank you, Eli, for all the good things that you've done. Because of you, we'll be hydrated. Really well teamwork. Ooh, what is that art? Anyway, that all was not my point. And I would like to apologize for oh god, that hurt. I would like to apologize for my own failures. God, that hurt again. And I have potential, and I feel like we are heading for a place, we are heading for a challenge in which my expertise would be paramount. And I just like, with no response, I will just like, okay.
Sharon, I accept your apology. It's the first day. You were nervous. You were anxious. I get it. It just is what it is.
Yeah, man, sometimes you just can't get it up. Yeah, sometimes you just can't get it up. It's okay.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. That's just it.
Yeah,
Is
that
that
happens to me all the time, dude. That's why you bring the good vibes.
Where's the
That's what I say.
Where's the camera?
Everywhere.
I can't get it up.
All around, all the time.
I'll turn to the camera. I can't get it up. I don't have a problem. Yes, but
You've already been burned. We're not going to hold it against you.
We're not holding it against you.
We will not
We're
hold
not. Actually, you're
it
really
against you.
moisture, man. Mind if I we should keep that, your sweat. Mind if I cut that and use it to build the foundation of our house? Think about it. Your failure is helping all of us.
It's a building block. It's a stepping stone.
Exactly. Not an excuse to touch your abs or anything.
Think of it as a business.
And with that tantalizing offer, we have hit the halfway point of our stream, everybody. So far, we've raised $200 for the ACLU. Thank you all for your generous donations. We've got about 90 more minutes of show left here for you, but we're going to give ourselves a quick little break to stretch out, count our money, move in secret. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. You'll have the winning team, Team Hadruras, on camera next, and then we'll go into the first vote of the season. You're not going to want to miss it. We have a lot more things to do. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye. Welcome back to Cast Away the Desert. We are still here. We are still raising funds for the ACLU. And as a friendly reminder, if you donate at least $5 tonight, you could be getting a physical copy of Unresolved Sapphic Tension by a Disaster Queer. And every one of those donations gets put into a second lottery at the end of our season. So lots of reasons to keep donating in addition to helping your favorite castaway. And speaking of your favorite castaway, welcome to your camp, Team Hadruris, the Scorpion team. Not going to a vote tonight. The pressure is at least a little bit off. All you have to do now is endure the summer heat in the desert. So all of you are going to roll your current die, no modifier, no nothing. Thanks to a generous donation during the break, our friend Amber is back to a D12. So you can all roll a D12 and just tell me what you get.
I got a 12.
How about that? Smokey running away with the initiative.
I got a 9. I have an 11.
11 as well.
Thank you.
2.
Thank you. Who was the 2?
Me.
Thank you. Okay. So we'll start with Smokey. Smokey, you are going to be brought on to the confessional cam, and you're going to be given the opportunity to address the audience. If there's
I just put mac and cheese in my mouth. Can someone else go?
I will speak so slow. Here I go. Or we can do this. How about we switch spots with No. I wrote things down in the wrong order. Nora, congratulations. You have a 12 now.
Yay!
You're welcome. I'm jealous of your dinner. So, Nora, you are brought onto the confessional cam. Everyone say thank you, GN. And same situation. Your team just won their challenge. You're not going to a vote tonight. You get to build a shelter with the materials you have. Thoughts and feelings as you get used to 4 new people in your life.
So it takes Nora a couple of minutes to kind of get comfortable in front of the camera for a second. Just kind of that thing was like, is it on? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good team that we've got going on here. A couple hiccups here and there, but I mean, I can already feel it. We've got, I do a lot of day camps, so it's really cool when you can team build, like a lot of corporate team builders out on the sites. So like I feel like we've already pushed past that. I feel like we've got a good thing going here. Yeah.
With a good thing going and a lot of optimism, we go to your inaugural camp scene, Nora. You, of course, like the team Nora before you, have the options to survive, look for secrets, and socialize. And just as a recap here for your team and anyone who's new in the audience, survive. You'll be looking for materials you need to stave off conditions in the night. This could include looking for food, drinking water, building your shelter, getting a campfire going. Having those things under your belt prevent conditions. You can also choose to heal conditions if you have any, but no one here does. Looking for secrets. We've hidden advantages all over the desert. Some will help you in this game. Some are just fun. Of course, the hidden immunity skull is somewhere in your camp. If anyone finds it and uses it during a voting ceremony, all votes against them will be nullified for that one vote. Or maybe you're just really confident and just want to focus on building alliances, in which case you can socialize, which will give you a little extra role play time and more people you can talk with, but you won't be able to make any rolls to help your team. So the floor is yours, Nora. How would you like to spend your time at camp? Looking for secrets, surviving, or socializing?
Nora is in for the survival aspect because that seems like the best move. We'll probably keep her in good favor with everybody else if she's able to hold her weight by ideally looking for water. That's step 1 in every book that she teaches out of. So yeah. Water, food, forage, yes.
Sorry, I was muted. A good first step.
Yeah.
So you can go looking for water however you see fit, and you're allowed to bring one person with you if you so choose.
We will be. She'll kind of appraise everybody within it, but she'll go and tap Amber's shoulder and just like, "Hey, you're good with food too, right?"
Oh yeah, are you going foraging?
Yeah, I think that's the main one. Water would be great. I don't know if we'll need to dig deep to see if there's any places that are there, but maybe
Okay.
they've got something set for us. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. So we're going out into the desert to find us some kind of potable water source out here. So the floor is yours. Have a brief conversation while you do so, and then we'll go to your water roll.
Do you go camping often? Do you spend time out in nature?
Like once every summer. I usually go camping with my family. It's a thing we do yearly, but not something I do regularly, so I know the basics, but nothing too crazy.
All right, I've got you. And she just kind of like gives a little shoulder bump. It's like, I got you. This is the day to day. We're off the Appalachian Trail. Doing a lot of that training before folks do that. I mean, it's considerably less green here. Was really, really
it's really dry
expecting-
here.
Yeah, I was really expecting something a little more tree-ish or mountains or something. So, but we've got this. The basics are still the same.
Yeah. Just a lot more sand, a lot more cacti. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I guess we'll
absolutely.
see. Didn't mean to interrupt, but I guess it's time to see if it will in fact be fine. So you're going to make me a mental roll if you have any kind of advantages or skills in looking for stuff. Yes, Mayor.
I've got foraging.
Foraging is perfect for this.
Aha.
Ignore that I slammed my shit on the desk and made a loud sound. Sorry,
What was
audience.
that?
My bad.
Already danger?
The desert dogs are back.
Heck yeah. Okay, so I have a 9 plus a 4, which is 13, and then plus a 2 for foraging because the skills are that. So
15.
15. I am so bad. Like it's
Listen,
low math, but it's still
watching horror as performers and entertainers try to do math for fun. Amber, you're also allowed to roll in that if you want to try and get any higher.
Those are hard. I got a 10 plus a 6, so 16.
Wow, look at that. You two find a potable water source out here in the desert. Maybe you find one buried underground. Maybe you're just both expert survivalists. Maybe there was a recent rain that passed, but there is a little deposit of water that you can pull from, and it will in fact be enough to hydrate the entire team if you're the sharing type.
Perfect. Thank goodness. I was getting a little worried about, the hydration part of all of this, but this makes me feel a little better.
And so your team will succeed. Just to make sure I'm clear, are we sharing with the team? Cool. Listen,
that's the intention.
Some people like to keep the water source to themselves and make the rest suffer. Who am I to judge?
We're not trying to carry it every single day. So if other people know where it is, they can carry the heavy stuff. I had muscles over there.
And speaking of muscles, let's go see our old friend Smokey. Smokey, you were brought to the confessional camera fresh off a win, trying to find the vibes of your new teammates, having had conversations prior to this confessional cam. What would you like to say to the people at home?
Yeah, so the challenge was about what I expected. I've watched this show for a little bit here and there. It's fun to watch. I never thought I'd be on it myself, but here we are. Cactus Maze, got me a little turned around. I'm a big guy, and the space they made is a little bit too small for me. But I made it through, and I think I took it home with that campfire. So I'm feeling pretty good about my chances right now. Feeling pretty good about my team, and I think we're gonna keep on crushing this and keep on cooking.
Let's keep on cooking, Smokey. So you are back at camp with, of course, your options being survive, socialize, and look for secrets. What is Smokey's top priority right now?
Well, as we previously discussed in a scene that totally was aired for the audience, we have a game plan. I think this is a second confessional. We have a game plan. We all discussed, and we're divvying up the work. And we got some people going for water. Some people are going to work on the shelter, and me, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to build us a beautiful campfire and get on cooking whatever people can find.
All right, we're building campfires. Are you the do it alone type, or would you like to invite someone to sit next to you while you do it?
Well, I love having company around, but we have a plan. We're gonna stick to the plan, and I'm gonna do this by myself.
Solo fire building
I don't want
sesh. So
anybody to get burned, you know?
not like in the challenge anyway. So yeah, that'll be a. I said physical or mental last time. So
What
whatever
if
you want.
what if I told you that I also rolled a 20 again?
I think the dice tell the
I'm
story,
just
Jay,
the
and I
dice have
think they're
told
on your
me
side.
cacti maze, you roll a 1. Build a fire, that's another 20.
Dice understand the ways of Smokey. So
They
yeah,
sure
you
do.
build the best goddamn campfire this side of the Mississippi. Tell me how you do it.
Well, I think I go looking for little bits of twigs, wood, anything that might have blown over from far away in the desert. Deserts are dried up, whatever. There used to be other stuff here, I'm sure. I think Smokey's getting a lot of confessionals or he's just talking as he's looking for wood.
The inner monologue that
The
comes out
inner
of our
monologue,
mouths.
absolutely. It's a voiceover, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for those little twigs because deserts had to come from somewhere. I wasn't very good in the whole school thing, but I know my way around a fire. Okay. And cut to me carrying like big pieces of wood. I don't know, like somehow I found these.
Sure.
And I think I got like a big log just like hunked up on my on like one arm, and I throw it down where we're sort of making our camp, and I'm gonna take 2 smaller twigs that I found, and I want to do like the fire through friction. So I want to make a fire the old-fashioned way. No flint, no steel, nothing.
The old-fashioned way, the way God intended.
Oh,
So yeah,
exactly.
a roaring fire. Your shelter will be safe and warm here. Your shelter, I keep saying your shelter, your camp will be warm and safe here tonight, which is going to throw us over to our other 11 roller, Gilly. Gilly, we bring you onto the confessional camera. You have made it no secret that you are shy and nervous about this whole situation here, but you are at least safe from being voted off tonight. Where's Gilly's head's at?
I don't really know what to say right now, so I'm going to say something I do know. At the zoo, where I'm a part-time volunteer junior ranger, I take care of the Gila monster, and Gila monsters are born and live within 1 square mile of the spot that they're born, and they don't ever leave it. And they look really scary, but they're actually very reclusive and shy. I don't know what I'm doing here.
A producer shepherds you away from the cameras, kind of like looking back at the other producers, like, are we sure with this guy? And you are returned to camp. Gilly, of course, your options are survive, socialize, and look for secrets.
I'm going to work on survival. I'm going to work on the shelter. The Gila monster I work with, it does need a shelter, and it does live in the desert. So I think I can maybe design a shelter for us, but I'll need someone who's good with their hands and designing to actually put it together. So I'm going to go get Franz.
Beautiful. You invite Franz to shelter building. What do you two talk about?
Oh, mein Freund Gilly, come, let us dig into the sands, yeah? And then we can make a dugout and we can use our tools that we won in the competition to reinforce the sand and the dirt so that way we can protect ourselves from the elements, yeah?
That's really smart. It does get really cold in the desert at night, actually, and it's hot during the day. So, yeah, walls, ceiling. I like it being dug into the sand. Makes me feel very safe. Hey, do you think that there might be intruders?
You know, there could be. So we could take some of the spines from the what are they called? The big plant things, you know, with the
The
spiky.
cacti,
Yeah, the cactus. We could take the spines and then we could make like booby traps or something. Yeah.
like little stingers. I
Yeah,
hope it's the
exactly. Yeah.
scorpion kiss.
Yeah, like a scorpion kiss. Yeah. Good. All right. So let us start the digging and then we can do the assembling and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry. Things keep happening in my inbox. Yeah, let's go ahead and build us a shelter, shall we? You're both going to make a physical roll. If you have a skill in shelter, you can add 2 to that.
Sehr good. Could I lobby to use my art restoration again for the fine craftsmanship of the reinforcements?
Sure, we did it last time. Why not?
Danke. Ja, das ist sehr gut. Oh, mein Gott, that is +4, so that's a 15 plus the 2, that's a 16.
Good gravy, Gilly.
I also rolled a 16.
Hey, we
Oh,
build
yes,
ourselves.
scorpion kiss, yeah.
Oh, and you
Okay,
also have that
okay,
plus
I'm
2 for
getting
building
into
the
it.
shelter. You build a really great shelter with the materials given. You better be able to build a shelter with the materials given. So you're going to have yourself a nice, safe location to ward off the elements and the animals and the whatever else might be out there.
Ist
I'm
jetzt wir haben das Haus, ja?
Yeah, absolutely. Gilly gets in and curls up in a little ball in the corner.
Oh, so precious. You are so sweet. Don't die.
Please don't let me die.
I will do my best, mein Freund. Ja.
Thank you.
Well, it is time for you to do your best, Franz. You are up, my friend, on the initiative. So we bring you to the confessional camera. Shelter built, conversations had, victory in hand, not going home anytime soon. What's on your mind, Franz?
Yeah, you know, I do like this team. This team is great. They have good personalities, like Nora and was is the name Amber. They seem competent and kind, and that is good. Gilly seems a little bit precious and might die in the cold of the night. I am not sure. I hope he doesn't die. He is fun, and I don't understand a single thing that Smokey says, but he can make the fire, and that's good enough.
That's good enough. So we return you back to camp. Franz, of course, surviving, socializing, and looking for secrets are your options. What would you like to do with your turn?
Oof, mein Gott, why don't I look for secrets?
Why don't we look for secrets? It
They
is a
are meant to
game,
be
after all.
revealed. Yeah.
Now, looking for secrets, you are allowed to bring one person with you, but you don't have to.
I think, in the name of good sportsmanship, I will take with me Smokey.
Smokey, you're invited to go secret hunting with Franz.
Yeah, Smokey, come, mein Freund. Let us look for the secrets and see if we can find anything for the team.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this show before. So if we find something, we can maybe keep it secret until merge, and then we can use it to try to knock out somebody on the other team.
Perhaps that does make sense to me, but we must not throw our teammates under the bus.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think looking for any kind of advantage will help our team stay as strong as it is.
Exactly, and I want to play this game with kindness.
I agree. I think respect and honor is important. In
Yeah, and
in a game
also
like
murder
this.
our enemies on the other team.
And yeah, if it has to come to that,
Oh, yes, as quickly as possible. Just end it. Don't give them lots of pain. Just quick off.
yes. And I'm gonna kind of look around and say, you think we'd have a better time looking if I like hoist you up on my shoulders or something, make you taller, perhaps you can see farther?
I don't see why not. I have the hat. I can put this down and hide the eyes from the sun and take a good look, yeah?
I think that's a good idea. Come on. And I'm gonna like lean down as far as a 6'5" person can and hoist you up on my shoulders.
Yeah, and I will climb you like a tree.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we're gonna go look for secrets. How do we do this, Grant?
A great question. That would be the thing I have to answer, wouldn't it? So, looking for secrets, that is a mental roll. If you have anything that is good for searching or seeking, then you can apply that to your roll as well. But
see?
the
I have a skill I'd like to use, and I'd like to run it by you. It's called glad handing. And with my personality, my winning charm, I would like to help instruct Smokey on where to direct us, and therefore aid him in helping find the secrets.
Okay, let's I said the system is flexible, so let's rig it this way. Now, you're on top of Smokey, aren't you?
Always, every time.
Okay, so you're kind of pointing Smokey. Okay, yeah, we'll just play
Be
it
like
where
a
it
tall
lands, play it
bottom in
as
this
is.
house, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Both of you make a mental roll. Again, the higher the number, the easier it is to find something, but whoever rolls higher will be given preference.
That is a total of a 13.
13, okay.
I'm bad at adding numbers together. I got a 17.
Cool hobby we chose for ourselves if we're all bad at addition, right?
Well, it also
Cool.
is hard because my dice are really hard to see the numbers on because they look like this.
I have a
Hard
similar
trick.
dice. Look at that. We were meant to be friends.
Oh, Scorpion kiss.
Scorpion kiss. Okay, let's do Franz first. Franz, you are looking on top of there and you see the glint of something shiny buried in the sand.
Over there.
I walk that way.
If you unbury that thing from the sand, you will find a discarded switchblade.
Oof.
Just buried out there.
Also, I do want the audience to know that I'm imagining this like I am doing a ratatouille.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I
Yeah,
have,
over
I have
that
all
way.
this beautiful hair right here, you know?
Yeah, oof. It's so luscious. I love to touch it. Yes.
Yeah, there's a switchblade buried in them there hills.
This ain't suspicious at all. I'm sure this was just left here. No sus reason about it at all. Or I
Yes,
think
lean down and grab it, and I'll try not to fall off you.
they're fixing to want us to murder each other, I think is what's going on here.
Yes, but we will undermine their strategy with our own strategy of friendship and kindness, except for the other team who we will murder. Yeah.
Heard.
The way God intended. So the switchblade, for whoever wants to pocket that gives you a +1 to any physical roll where you use a switchblade.
Do you want me to hold on to the knife or do you want it?
I was going to say, Smokey, I feel like if either of us is going to be stronger with the physical rolls, it is probably you, and you having the bonus is probably good. Yeah?
All right. I will pocket the knife as I write it down on my supplies list, Grant.
Yeah, add a switchblade to your supplies. It has a wooden handle and it comes out real smooth and clean like. Unsure why it's there or where it came from, though. I sure
Not
didn't put it
suspicious
there.
at all.
Well, now
it
we
isn't.
can return. Mush, my good man. Yeah.
Well, now we go to Smokey's roll because Smokey rolled a 17.
I rolled a 17.
And that's a big number. And Smokey,
is a
you
big
see
number.
something even shinier hiding in the crook of a cactus.
I'm gonna very carefully reach my meaty man paws into this and pull out whatever it is.
You can probably guess, but you found yourself the hidden immunity skull in your
Oh.
camp. Now, the only people who know this are Smokey and Franz, since you are together. So what you do with that information and who you give it to and how you use it is up to you. The rest of you, honor code, behave yourselves. But Smokey, the skull is yours to do with as you see fit. As a
I'm gonna
reminder for
put this
our
in my
audience, the
other pocket.
skull. You pocketed, perfect. The skull,
Okay,
if played
Smokey,
out of
I would like to cut a deal with you if you don't mind.
What's on your noggin?
Okay, that is a powerful tool you have there, yeah?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And it does so happen to be that it is not just your secret, yeah?
Yeah, we found it together. It's
Exactly.
ours to use.
Oh, okay. As long as we agree that one of us could use it, that it is not just the sole possession of you, I think that we could find a way to work forward. Like, for example, if there is a later episode where either you or I are in danger of being cut, we could give the other the skull, yeah? And help each other stay.
I fully agree. You help me find this, and we're in this together. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna offer you a handshake.
A handshake, not just a scorpion kiss. That is powerful stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I reach down and like shake his hand.
Oh, right, because you're on top of me.
Yeah.
So we do a handshake, and then we do a scorpion kiss. And last question before we return back to everyone else. Are we telling people about this, or do we want to keep this a secret just for now?
I think between us it could be a secret, yeah?
Yeah, I think just for now. I mean, like, I think it's good that we know where it is, and it's good that we know that we can use it for our purposes if necessary, but hopefully we won't ever have to go to that voting booth, and we can just
Exactly.
sail on through, and we can use it to knock out someone on the other team. Ideally, that's
Indeed.
how
And
we
then
want
when they mix the teams, we can use it against them. I feel like we should at least keep it to ourselves for the long-term strategy. But this hurts no one on our team, so I think it's fine.
I agree. And with you aloft on my shoulders, I'm gonna walk back to camp. I want to position the skull in my pocket down the front of my pants, so it makes me look a bit bigger. Otherwise, people are gonna be like, "What's that bulge in your pocket?" You know.
Also, I like to imagine that there's like a wide shot of me on his shoulders doing a ratatouille with the sun behind us in full silhouette, and they play like either cowboy music or something.
Yes, like the end to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
I'm laughing, but I ain't never
Speed.
seen that movie.
You've seen Western tropes, I'm sure. You can imagine.
Oh, I can imagine.
Which brings us to, as you return from camp, Smokey, a little bit more well endowed than usual, we go to Amber. Amber, you are brought onto the confessional camera. The sun is coming down in the sky. The night will soon be upon us. Shelter built, water found. You are a winning team member right now. How's your Castaway experience so far?
So like it's exactly as I expected. Big fan of the show. They said death multiple times? Like die? Like unalive? Like, is this like for real?
You see a lot of cameras bob up and down.
Was that a part of the island?
A producer comes out and like whispers in your ear, like, yeah, on the island, we told them we're taking the safety nets off, the barriers were removed between. It's like real survival now. You have to actually survive out here.
That's what happens when I miss a season. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Understood. Fuck.
You are on camera.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, we're fine. It's fine. Team's great. Team's wonderful, actually. Scorpion Kiss. You know, got a real solid team here. Came up with a plan so fast, so I have no doubts in them at all.
I guess we'll see what we have in store. So, Amber, of course, socialize, look for secrets, and surviving are your options. What would you like to do at camp?
We are going with survive. I would like to look for food.
That'd be a smart thing to do. Gotta eat, gotta stave off the
Maybe.
rumblies. Would you have to bring anyone on your hunt?
Yes, Nora and I were a great pair earlier finding water, so I think we'd be a great pair finding food. So I'd like to bring Nora along.
And I'm gonna cook it.
Yup.
Okay, he's gonna cook it.
Yup.
And why wouldn't it
Got
just
any
a word?
preferences?
You want us to look for anything in particular?
Any allergies?
Hey, allergies ain't gonna matter here. We gotta eat.
Or if you can find something that is gluten-free, I'd really appreciate that.
Yep.
Got it.
I'm pretty
Amber.
solid on that one. Yep.
Amber, any kind of meat. I can cook any kind of meat you give me.
Got
There
it.
is.
Okay. Perfect.
Excellent.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Yeah, we go look for food.
You go look for food. Now, of course, Amber, you were donated food, so you are set here. But of course, we're looking for food for the camp. So we're gonna have you guys. You of course have a brief conversation whilst you hunt, and then we'll have you make a physical roll. And if you have any kind of advantage in hunting, you can use that.
I have a question.
I have answers.
Okay, so it's not necessarily hunting, like spear hunting kind of stuff, but I was
Sure.
thinking that with some of the other materials that we have there, if she could rig like some snares or traps so that I can use crafting.
Yeah, I'm chill with that. That helps with the hunt. Sure.
That's
Excellent.
nice.
Listen, if it makes any iota of sense, I'll probably let you do it.
Heard, Chef, or heard, Chet. All right, let's see. Bam. Whoo, yeah. Okay, so that is 8 plus 6, which is 14, plus 2, which is 16. So
Beautiful. Amber, what did you get?
I got a 12 on the die plus 3, so 15.
Look at that. We're going to have some food options here for you. And we're going to teach you how to hunt. So we'll start with you, Amber, since you rolled lower. You're going to find yourself one of them desert birds wandering around. Not the roadrunner type, but, the ones that wander around in the sand, kind of thick and plump like, probably recently ate a sagebrush or whatever. I don't know. Bird facts. You find one is what I'm saying.
Okay. Like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Now, hunting in this game is a contested role. So you have found the animals. Now you have to catch and kill the animal. So you will roll your current die without modifiers against the bird's current die. Whoever rolls highest wins. If you beat the bird, congratulations, you're eating bird tonight. If you don't, well.
All right.
So go ahead and roll your current die for me, your D12.
That'll be a 9.
And that beats the bird's 7. So you successfully catch and kill a bird.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
For your benefit here, Kim, how the way the bird works mechanically is you will prevent hunger. And if you cook it, you can clear a condition. But they're not worried about that because your team is all working like gangbusters. So congratulations, no hunger conditions on your side of the fence. Which brings me to Nora. You find something a little bit bigger and a little bit juicier than a bird. You find a whole-ass jackrabbit.
Oh, it looks like the pictures that you see in the Scouts books. She has set everything up with the little trap. She has the string. She is behind a rock and is sitting there with the string, the trap, the stick. The rabbit comes through. And she even has that one moment where she'll look at the camera and go, yeah, and like pulls it and captures the rabbit.
Just like Wile E. Coyote. So you're going to roll your current die now. You've caught the rabbit. Now we're going to see if you can kill it.
What if I said it had spikes on the trap and it just like...
You still have a bigger die.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and that would still go with crafting, right?
It is just die itself. Current die, no modifiers.
Oh, that's 7.
That still works. You beat a 6. Just barely. So the jackrabbit gives you some problems. He's feisty, he's kicky, but you don't get hurt and you do get rabbit meat.
Pre-tenderized.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm happy to tell you that that is enough food for 2 days. So you can stave off hunger for the camp for this week and next week.
Ooh.
You come back to camp with your spoils and bring them to Smokey.
Smokey!
Hey, what you got there?
Smokey,
Got some
look at
bird.
this. Got some rabbit.
Oh, now that them there's some real meat.
And she
it on
she
over,
goes
give it
in
on
for a scorpion kiss on it. Yeah, let's go, big guy.
I want to do the scorpion kiss in real life.
When I meet you, when I
get you.
We're all gonna be wandering around in future conventions
like,
doing this.
Yeah,
to each other.
we're just waiting at a convention.
That's
our
how we
arms
find
like
each other?
this. That's how we.
You have to do the sound effect. I don't know if my mic's picking it up.
Yeah, it's picking it up. We hear
Okay, good. So like cut to like a couple hours later, and I think I've got the meat all up on spits and whatnot. And I think Smokey's talking direct to the camera. Like I think there's like 2 cameras on Smokey right now. So one's over the shoulder looking at what I'm cooking, and then the other one is like in front looking up, like a low looking up at me kind of thing. And Smokey's, I think, just like you can hear off in the distance the rest of you talking or working on the shelter, just like distant voices. And Smokey looks directly at the camera and says, now, I don't quite know what kind of bird this is. Some kind of bird, maybe lost to gravity or something, but that ain't gonna matter. Meat is meat. Meat is meat, especially if you respect it. Out here in the wild desert, we gotta cook with what you got. I ain't got no smoker, ain't got no hickory chips, just me, my fire, my instinct, and a soul that was forged in mesquite ash. Now look here. And the camera like zooms in. This ain't no survival meal. This is art. And then like immediate cut to us all eating.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, Nora, Amber. I can't believe we're eating in the desert right now. This is crazy.
Yeah. And this is luxury.
This is
what you guys
delicious.
got here. Yeah.
I even got some kind of smoke on here. I really don't know what kind of wood we kind of just found in the desert, but it's got something going on. Like it's actually got some flavor here.
It's probably
Only
been
we have
roasted in the
spice.
sun for a good bit, like the sun roasted
I
wood.
slow
Und,
cook this.
Smokey, you know the mesquite is in the desert, yeah?
What?
Mesquite, it's in the desert. It's probably just mesquite. Yeah?
The camera zooms in on Smokey, and you see like the math equation meme. Like the editors literally put the math equation meme, and then like it all disappears. And it's like, yeah. That I totally knew that. Yeah.
Es ist sehr gut. Lecker. Yeah, it's good.
We got Gen Z editors this season. They're way funnier. So
It's all for the TikTok clips, you know?
Gotta hit a new audience. It's a new era. The sun goes down over the Hadruris camp. Bellies filled, water had, shelter located, fire going. Wow, they survived all of my traps. I don't get to give them any conditions, damn. But that's okay, because there is always one thing you have to account for in the desert at night, and that is, of course, the weather. And no, that is not an introduction for me to play some indie song. This is going to be an action. Thank you. I see we have some Night Vale fans in the audience. Anyway, so I'm going to make a roll of D10 roll here to see what, if anything, impacts your camp. And wouldn't you know it, it's always sunny in the Hadruris camp. A nice cold. It is cold in the desert still, but your shelter and your fire keep you warm. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. Hadruris, everyone has their full dice. Everyone is safe from conditions. You are safe for another day, and we will bid you farewell. And speaking of bidding people farewell, bring me the Anura team. Welcome to your voting council, Anura. You are brought to a different section of the desert. There's been a little set built for you. It looks like an old-timey saloon. Standing behind the bar, wiping things down, is Chet Cheddar. And in front of you sits 5 bar stools. You are each given a torch that you can place in the back of the bar. And Chet Cheddar gives you the speech he's been dying to give, which is welcome to the Desert Saloon. In this game, fire is your life. As it hangs in the sky, as it stays in your torch, so shall you be in this game. But when your fire is out, your time is up here. Please come up to the bar. Take a seat. I have no drink to offer you, but I do have conversation. And the 5 of you take a seat. If you look to the right of the bar, you will see a little booth all alone by itself, and you understand this to be the voting booth. Chet Cheddar removes his hat because of the voting ceremony is serious business. And he says, well, it happens every season on this show. We bring on 10 new contestants. You feel the electricity in the air. There's a buzz with possibility. And then before you know it, you have to end one person's dream of winning this game. Someone has to go home first. Now, Zeke, when it comes to this game and picking that person, what criteria do you look for to eliminate?
I mean, I think right now, like we're just kind of getting out of the gate here, and like teamwork is super important. So it's like it really comes down to those who are like willing to take accountability, come together, work together, get the things we need to get off of it. So it really comes down to who's willing to be a team player, so we can get back on the upslope,
It is important to start stringing together some wins. Sharon, you've been on a few teams throughout your life. Do you feel like this is a gelled unit? Do you feel like this is a unit that can overcome the obstacles in front of them? What are you looking for in your team going forward?
I'm not just looking for support. I'm looking for a board. I'm looking for people who can raise each other up, who can rise up from the ashes like a bloody phoenix. And I believe that we will win.
Now, Leo, camaraderie.
Is that how Castaway works?
That is how Castaway works. You've got it. We're getting the final thoughts before we send you off to vote. And speaking of Leo, now we can talk about teamwork and camaraderie, and that's all well and good, but someone still has to go. How do you make that impossible decision?
Chet, it's a hard decision, right? No team wants to be in the position we are right now. We're one challenge in, one challenge down. And it's unfortunate, to be here like this. And unfortunately, we do have to vote for someone, which sucks because everyone on my team, I think, is a winner. I've back at camp, just seeing everybody get down and dirty with it, starting to get stuff together. It's just been, it's so inspiring, right? It's why we come out here. But at the end of the day, we do have to vote for someone, and that's, it is what it is.
It is, in fact, what it is. Karis, are there any experiences from home that can maybe help you make a choice like this? How do you build a stronger team, and do you feel in danger at all?
Yeah, if I'm thinking about home, I'm thinking about building a wooden block tower. If everyone helps out and picks up a wooden block and stacks it on top of each other, we can build something beautiful. But it only takes one person to knock it over. And we need to figure out who that person is. Do I feel like I'm in danger? I don't think anything in life is certain. So maybe a little bit, but I feel pretty confident tonight.
Which brings me to you, Keats. That is the goal. You have to find the weak link. Do you think you know who it is?
Look, man, not gonna lie, it's hard being the king, top of the world record board for Minecraft speedruns, totally legitimate. The real question is, who among us is the fake alpha? And I'll tell you right now, with these eyes, I can see a genuine red-blooded alpha king. I know in my heart of hearts. Let's just say I've got that night vision.
And now we're going to see if you can see the truth, Keats, which will bring us to the vote. Team Anura, you are going to direct message me by yourself. You are going to give me the name of the character that you want to vote for. Whoever accrues the most votes will be eliminated from Castaway the Island. Here they come. My least favorite part of the game every time. But it is the game. And that's all there is to it. You got to play it. Okay. The votes are in. Chet Cheddar returns from the voting booth having a jar to himself with papers folded inside of it. And he says, if there is anyone who has an immunity skull or a secret advantage and you wish to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, we'll proceed with the votes. First vote, Leo. Second vote, Sharon. It's 1 vote Leo, 1 vote Sharon. Second vote, Sharon. Third vote, and the first person to be eliminated from Castaway the Island, Sharon. That's 3. That's a majority. That's enough. You'll have to bring me your torch. Sharon, this is your moment in front of your team, in front of the cameras, in front of Chet. What is the last thing you do or say before you exit the game?
Well, clearly, I was the competition. You have to eliminate your competition first. It's a ruthless world. And yeah, they knew I was going to win. So they had to cut off their strongest link. And unfortunately, they will pay for it later. By the way, I own all of your asses in all of the companies that you work for. So you'll be sure that I'll be coming for you after this game ends. This game ends. Capitalism rules, and I rule all of you.
Sharon, your torch is snuffed and you exit the game. Aman, thank you so much for playing with us. What? There he goes. Everyone tell him bye. Aman, an absolute pleasure, a consummate professional, one of my faves in the space. Aman, tell the people. Round of applause for Aman, everybody. A Crit Award winner, Aman. Crit Award nominee again, Aman. What the fuck?
Oh, multiple word of winning.
What? Aman, where can the people find more of you?
Oh, fuck. Let me just take off these glasses. It's so weird. Oh,
sucks, right?
You can find me. Yeah, it sucks. You can find me everywhere at Aman HK. That's AMAANHK. You will be seeing me very soon with an upcoming actual play. Can I say that? Can I say?
Yes, sure. You go for it, dude.
An upcoming multilingual actual play called God Killer Kismet, which is being done in 5 different languages, starting with Hindi, Spanish, Mandarin, French. Each episode is going to be a new language. We have some amazing cast members. The trailer is releasing in less than in about 24 to 30 hours. So make sure you stay chronically online.
It's the only thing I know how to be, Aman. I am so excited for that series. Excited for everything you do. Everyone give him a follow. Check out the Infinite Tavern. And Aman, we will just have to see you wherever we see you on the internet, because we will not be seeing you on Castaway anymore, my friend. All right, GN, gray his picture. I can't stand it anymore. Goodbye,
Sashay
Aman.
away.
1 down, 8 to go. The remaining members of Anura survive the first vote as we say goodbye to Sharon. We're going to return you to camp. It is night. You are going to have one of my favorite parts of Survivor, the post-vote nighttime chat to discuss what you have done. For the team's benefit, the last vote that wasn't read was also for Sharon. So that was a 4-1 vote. You would all know that heading back to camp. And you have a brief moment to talk about it, and then we'll see what the weather has in store for you.
How we feeling?
I don't feel great, bro. I know I'm not feeling like, the king. You hate to knock another alpha down, but if you don't run with the pack, you get hunted by the pack. And I think we all did that.
I think you're right. I mean, as much, I think it sucks. Again, like, none of us wanted to be there, but I think we all did what we had to do. Sharon was the only one who, didn't complete their challenge and also did cheat to try to finish it, which, it sucks, but I think we all made the right choice.
Yeah, he was a great source of moisture, too, which made it even harder. But I think that, all of us united in the way that we are, we're not going to lose another challenge. That we're going to break another world record. We're going to speed run. We're going to manhunt. Most importantly, we are going to survive.
Survive. Yeah.
All croak, no joke.
Oh,
All croak, no joke. All croak, no joke.
Somewhere off in the distance, a wolf overhears us. What the fuck was that? In wolf, of course. That will bring us to the nighttime, folks. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the camp scene that it's important to survive out here and stave off conditions. You found water, you built shelter. What you didn't do was secure food. So everybody on Team Anura is taking a hunger condition. So, to kind of recap your die totals now, because there are some goofy things happening with one of your dies. Karis, Keats, you are both down to a D10. Leo and Zeke, you are down to a D8. And then the weather happens.
No, come on, man.
Weather.
Come on. Give us a
Riley
break.
told me I had to be mean this season. Okay. Here's what happens here for you. I'm going to need a volunteer, but I'll describe what's happening. As you fall into sleep, you hear the unmistakable roar of wind picking up. Very strong, 25 to 30 mile an hour style wind. And your shelter, while it is strong, might need some reinforcing to make it through the night. I need one character to pass a shelter roll for me to see if it'll make it through the dust storm.
I am a Minecrafter. I would put myself up. But if anyone else wants to, totally understandable.
Go for it.
Go for it.
First thought,
Let's
best
do
thought,
it.
Keith, you have volunteered. So here's the stakes. Abby's a person of many talents. So, Keats, you are out there, America's favorite Minecrafting drag king, out here to defend their shelter against the elements. You're going to make a physical roll for me, and I'm looking for 11 or higher.
Oh, great. All right. Using my vampire hunger dice. Knock on wood for me.
When else did you use it?
Okay. That is 10. 8 on the roll, plus my body.
Got it. Unfortunately, not quite enough. The winds rage through the evening. Your shelter crumbles under the weight of the sand and the dust. For a 10, you don't take a condition for it, but your shelter is going to need to be rebuilt if you have any hopes of surviving the elements going forward. Which will bring me to the morning. Let's bring back the Honduras team, shall we? Welcome, everyone. Team Honduras, you arrive at the challenge site first, as is tradition. Before you lies a series of buried mounds, little bulges in the sand, and a podium upon which one would assume you would build a puzzle. As the Anura team walks in, carrying their frog flag, you hear Chet Cheddar say, "You're getting your first look at the new Anura team. Sharon voted off at the last voting ceremony."
Who is that? Was that Mr. Bitcoin?
We assume, yes. Apparently, he quote owns everything.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah, he was the one who talked about the AI, yeah?
Among other things.
Yeah, like degenerative, like it's supposed to be worse.
I have no idea.
I can be worse all on my own. Thank you very much.
That's the spirit. Folks, welcome to your second challenge. I'm going to introduce this here for you. It's a very simple one. This is the Castaway Sandcastle building competition.
Oh.
We're gonna have you dig through some sand. We're gonna have you solve a puzzle, and it's gonna be long and it's gonna be elaborate. And you folks at home, you're gonna see who wins that challenge next week on Castaway the Island, the whatever on the desert, Castaway the Desert. I was doing so good until just now. Folks, thank you one and all for joining us for our stream here tonight. So far, we have raised $230 for the ACLU, beating the week 1 totals from the island. Look at that. I am very grateful to you all for playing with us here tonight, joining us on this adventure, and supporting our new batch of castaways. We're going to get rid of at least one of them next week, maybe even 2 if schedules permit, but you don't want to hear me yap about the sad stuff. You have more important questions like, Grant, who the hell won the physical copy of Unresolved Sapphic Tension by a Disaster Queer? Well, I'll tell you. We got a lot of donations here tonight. Our shadowy producers in the back spun the big wheel that we definitely have. And our winner tonight, as they seem to be very frequently on this show, is Becky from This Could Get Dicey. Last year's Island champion now getting a physical copy of Unresolved Sapphic Tension, one of my favorite games in the world, baby. Hey, some people here may have played that game, like Taz. Maybe Kendo's played that game before. They can vouch for how cool it is. So you'll be getting that in the mail, Becky. Make sure you reach out to myself or GM with your mailing information, and we'll get it to the shipper for you. Everyone else who donated, do not fret. You are still entered into our next raffle on week 6, where you will have the chance to win a fully custom dice set from Enchanted Serpent Dice. So don't be sad yet. You have 6 whole weeks to be sad, maybe later. As for the rest of you, we will be back here, same time, same place, same channel for episode 2 of Castaway the Desert. We'll see you then at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Everyone wave goodbye to your adoring fans.